What's up YouTube? Welcome back to the Hacktivist Mechanic channel. Today I've got a very special surprise, but before I get to that, let me give you an update on a couple other cars in our garage. On the last video, you saw me finish up my ML55. We did the water pump, we did the valve cover gaskets, we did one spark plug, but it's running well, that's good. What I didn't show you is that we did get my 911 running. 2 videos ago, I couldn't get the starter out of the 911, and so it was sitting as a dead brick. I bought a new starter off a guy from Facebook, but I couldn't get this one out, so it was just dead, and I was gonna take it into a shop. Luckily, the guy that sold me the starter said, nope, I'll come, I'll help you. I promise we can get it out. Maybe we'll drop the engine. So I got excited because I thought, well, I'll film a video of us dropping the engine. That's something I've never done. And we'll film it and fix it and we'll be good to go. However, when my friend came to fix the 911, he said, I think we can get it without dropping the engine, and he just started to work. And he worked so quickly and we got it done so fast that I never turned the camera on. But the 911 is back running, it is in good shape, starts right up. So good to know it was just the starter and we got it fixed. Hat tip to Chris, thank you very much for coming to fix that. So apologies to Tyler Hoover and Hoovie's Garage. This may not be the dumbest channel on YouTube, but this is definitely probably the dumbest thing I've done on YouTube. If you recall, I told you that I sold my E55, I sold on Bring a Trailer, didn't get much money for it. I got about what I had in the car, thought I was gonna make more money. Literally the check comes in, I deposit it, and I decide I'm gonna pay off some bills, but then I start looking, and I start looking around for cars, and end up start looking at 996s, so Porsche 911, 996. I've always wanted one because they're just a very cheap entry into the 911 field. So that led me to the Mannheim auctions, which I perused, and I found one, and well, here it is, I bought it. This is my 2011 Porsche 911 996. It features a 3.4 liter water-cooled horizontal 6-cylinder engine. It is an automatic Tiptronic transmission. The color is ocean blue metallic, and for some reason, a previous owner decided to paint the front hood, the top of the car, and the back engine lid in black. Now at night it doesn't look so bad because it blends in with the blue, but in the sun you can clearly see it's black. I don't know why, who knows? Probably something we want to get addressed. Now I bought this car on auction, and the only description for this car was runs, drives, has title. That was it. My buddy who sells cars for a living, like actually for a living, not like me just doing it for shits and giggles, said, you really bought this thing and you don't know anything about it. And it's on the auction, it's what's called as is, right? Which means when you buy the car, like you're getting the car, you bought it, no take backs, anything like that. He said I was crazy. And I said, yeah, but look at it, right? It's got 140,000 miles. Yeah, it's automatic transmission, but it's in pretty good shape. It runs and drives and has a clean title. And that's all I knew. And he said, well, you're nuts. However, the car showed up this week, and the first thing the shipper said is, yes, it runs. So that was the good news. It starts up, which I'll show you here in a minute. The interior is a graphite gray automatic Tiptronic transmission. Somebody's replaced the inserts with black. That actually doesn't look too bad. Looks like it has a Alcantara liner, which is in pretty good shape. The rear is in pretty good shape. You know, the dash is in good shape. Everything works. And the car does run and drive. Now, the reason I'm not showing the car sitting out somewhere in a parking lot so you can really see everything and the lights hits it is because when I drove the car last night, it does run, it does drive, brakes are good. I got home and I noticed there was some coolant leaking in the car. Now, I'm gonna go through the car and do some basic maintenance things that I normally do in any car, especially when I have zero idea of the history of this car, which is a major risk. But eventually I'll take it to a shop and I'll say, put this through its paces, tell me everything wrong with the car, we'll decide what we can fix or not. So what I'm gonna do to start out is I'm gonna do an oil change. I've already found the hose that goes from the water cooler to the bottom of the engine is leaking. It's just a bad hose, so I'm gonna replace that. I'll replace the air filter. The passenger mirror glass is missing. This door handle here is loose, and so when you open it, the window comes down a little bit, so I'm gonna replace the cable on that. So just some really basic stuff so I can get back on the road. I noticed the windscreen here, this rubber gasket is sort of coming loose, and when I got it, it was taped, but we need to fix that. And then the other big thing is I probably want to repaint this to its factory color. I do like the factory blue. I love blue on a car, especially this color blue. I really like it. So maybe what I'll just do is paint this top portion here, and guess where we're gonna do that? That's right, folks. We are gonna go back to Mako and give them another shot with the 911. So thanks for watching. I'm excited to show you guys what all I'm gonna do on this car. I don't know what the ultimate plan is. We'll probably try to sell it eventually like we've done everything else. but I'm excited to have both the air-cooled and the water-cooled in the garage. I mean, we're gonna really test out if there's no such thing as a cheap Porsche 911, because this is a cheap 911. So we're gonna see how cheap that is. Thanks for watching.